Rahim. A very good morning to all of you. I am a maths teacher from Ismailia Youth Services Schools, and today I will teach class maths to class 8. Before starting the lecture, I would like to share some important instructions with you. Uh, don't raise hands during the teaching. Ask questions at the end of the session only in chat box. Use hand free if you are using mobile and headphone for computer use. Feed your ID and password properly with your name and class. Take care of time for attending the class. Home tasks should be done in your fair copy of the subject. If there is any disconnectivity during the teaching, try to join session again within 5 to 10 minutes. Today we will discuss exercise number 4.2 and 4.3 from unit number 4, and these two exercises are given on page number 76 and 78. Now let's see what are the topics of the day. Today we will discuss two important topics. The first topic is order of algebraic expression, and this is given in exercise number 4.2. The second is finding value of algebraic expressions. These are given in exercise 4.3. Now we start from what does mean by the order. This is not new for you. You have learned in previous classes. We just recall our memories. So according to the definition, the term order has been used as a synonym of degree of exponent. Degree or exponent means when we read an algebraic expression, we will see what type or what are exponents are given in the expression or polynomial, and then we will arrange according to that. There are two different ways of arranging or giving order to the polynomial or algebraic expression. The first one is ascending order. According to definition, ascending order of exponents means start listing the terms with the lowest exponent and then work up to the highest exponent. Means whenever we want to arrange or give an order to the algebraic expression, we will see what type of algebraic terms are given. We will find which term having the lowest exponent. We will write that term in first and then work up to the highest exponent. In this way, we will arrange our polynomial according to the ascending order. The second way is descending order of algebraic expression. According to definition, descending order of exponents means start listing the terms with the highest exponent and then work up to the lowest exponent. This is quite opposite to ascending order. Here we will, if we want to arrange our given algebraic expression, we will see what type of algebraic terms are given, and we will find which term having the highest exponent. So we write that exponent in first position and then work up to the lowest. So in this way we will arrange our polynomial by descending order. Then in an example for descending order, there are three x cube, x square and x. For descending order, as we know, we start or we write the term having the highest exponent. So we find that x cube is the highest exponent among others. So we will write that one in the first position, then write proper sign or respective sign of the second term, that is x square, and then the last one, that is x. So in this way we write. If we want to write that one in ascending order, we will start from x whose exponent will be 1 and then write x square, then write x cube. Now here we have put each polynomial in ascending and descending order. There are three columns. The first column for polynomial, where you can see there are four polynomials. In second column, that is ascending order, and the third column for ascending order. The first polynomial is x square plus 2x4 minus 2x minus 1. As we are observing that these terms are not given in an order. If we want to write them in descending order, we are going to follow the given steps. According to step number 1, we try to find which term having the highest exponent. So that is the 2x4. So we write 2x4 in the first, then 2x square in the second position, then 2x at the third position, and minus 1 at the last. We will write uh, their respective sign with each term. For ascending order, which is quite opposite to the descending order, so we will start from the lowest one. The lowest one is the minus 1. Then write minus 2x, then plus 3x squared, then plus 2x4. In, in second polynomial, again we have 8x plus 2 plus minus 5x x5 minus x squared. In this polynomial, we observe that minus x5 is the term having the highest exponent. So we will write in the first position. Then we see x square is less than x5. So we write in second position. Then we observe 8x whose exponent is 1. So we write that one in third position. And at the end, we write constant which has no exponent. So we arrange our polynomial in this way. In descending order, we follow quite opposite to descending order. For ascending, we write the lowest one, that is the plus 2, then write plus 8, then write plus 8, then minus x square, then minus x5. And in third polynomial, we observe that uh, that is 6x square y plus 2x square y cube plus 8. We observe that there are two variables. So we will select any one variable and arrange our polynomial according to or with respect to that variable. There are two conditions. Sometimes we have a particular instruction for arranging the polynomial when we have two variable. If we have two variable and instruction is that arrange the given polynomial with respect to x, so we will see what exponents of x are given and then we will follow that. And if instruction is that arrange the polynomial with respect to y, so we are bound to arrange our polynomial with respect to y. In second, the second condition is that if no condition is there, you will see what variable having the highest exponent you will write or you will arrange your polynomial according to that. In this polynomial, we observe that there are two variables x and y. When we observe and there is no particular instruction, so we are free to arrange our polynomial with respect to x or with respect to y. But we observe that x having equal exponent, that is x square and x square. So we will move towards y whose exponent are different or change. So we will arrange our polynomial with respect to y. So we will write 2x square y cube, then plus 6x square y, then plus 8. In ascending order, we start from the lowest. Lowest is the 8. We know its sign is plus, so no need to write plus sign. We understand that plus sign is given beside the 8. Then plus 6x square plus 2x square y cube. The fourth polynomial. In fourth polynomial, again we are observing that there are two variables x and y. X having x square and x, and y having y4 and y6 and y. So we observe that y having the highest exponent. So we are going to arrange our polynomial according to the our with respect to y. Here plus 6 is given. Consider that. So we arrange that. X by 6. Here we have plus sign, so no need to write plus sign in start because we have understanding there is plus sign given. So we write plus x by 6, then plus x square by 4, then plus xy, and at the end plus 6. In ascending order, we start from the lowest as we have a clear understanding. So we write 6 plus xy plus x square by 4 plus 6x by 6. We are going to take the second topic, that is value of algebraic expression. From here we are going to start exercise number 4.3. So for that, if we replace a variable by a fixed value, we can solve to get a value of algebraic expression by following method. Means we read the polynomial and find where variables are given, and we replace that variable by the fixed value. That values will be given beside the polynomial, and in this way we solve the find the value of the given algebraic expression. What method we will follow? For that we will taking other examples or questions. That is example number 1. Find the value of p into x equal to 3x plus 2 when x equal to 2. 3x plus 2 is the given polynomial. So in the solution, we write the polynomial, but at the place of variable, that is x, we replace x by the bracket, and within the bracket we write the value which is given in the question, x equal to 2. So we replace x by 2. So we write p into x equal to 3 into 2 plus 2 is equal to. Here we observe that 3 and 2 are given in multiplication. So for solution, we follow Bodmer's rule, and according to Bodmer's rule, in this expression we find that multiplication is given in the first, so we will solve that one. When we multiply 3 to 6, answer is 3 and 2, answer is 6. Plus 2 will be same, and then we according to Bodmer's we follow the addition, so we add 6 plus 2 getting answer 8. It means hence 8 is the value of p into x at x equal to 2. There is another example for our understanding. In this example, if a equal to 2, b equal to minus 2 and c equal to minus 1, then find the value of a square minus ab plus 2c square. This is the polynomial. So in solution, putting values of a, b and c in the given expression we get. So write the expression properly, then at the place of variable draw bracket and write down their values properly as we have done in this step. We draw bracket for the variable, and within first bracket that is for a. So the value of a is 2. So we put here 2. Then minus, that is the place for a into b. So we write 2 bracket in multiplication form, and we observe a value of a is 2 and value of b is minus 2. So we write properly their values. Then plus 2c square. So we write 2 into c square is replaced by the bracket, and within the bracket we write the value of c, that is minus 1. So we write it properly. Now in solution we follow Bodmer's. First we solve the multiplication step. Here we observe that exponents are given. So exponents means we are going to multiply that 2 by 2 times. So we getting answer 4. Then minus minus will be plus, and 2 2s are 4. Then plus 2 into minus 1 whole square, again minus 1 will multiply by 2 times. Minus 1 into minus 1 getting answer plus 1. So from this bracket our answer is plus 1. Keep in mind. Now that plus 1 is multiplied by plus 2. Answer is plus 2. Now at the end we observe that with 4 and 2 there is plus sign. So we solve that, or we add that getting answer 10. So the value of given polynomial or the algebraic expression is 10. That is question number 1 of exercise number 4.3. Find the value of each of the following algebraic expressions. There are so many parts, I am taking few of them. The part number 1, that is 2x square minus 3yz when z equal to 2, y equal to minus 1 and z equal to 3. Write the expression properly. Draw bracket at the place of variables, then put their values properly. means x is 2. We observe x is 2. So we replace that bracket by 2. Then y equal to minus 1. That is the place of y and z. So we write minus 1 at the place of y and 3 at the place of z. According to rule, we solve multiplication in the first step. So we do that and write 4 at the place of 2 square because 2 multiplied by 2. So answer is 2 into 4. Plus from second we observe minus minus. These two sign will be multiplying and getting answer plus. Then 3 ones are 3 and 3 threes are 9. So overall its answer is plus 9. Now open the bracket by multiplication because we have understanding that bracket means multiplication. So we multiply 2 by 4 getting answer 8. Then plus 9. At the end we solve the addition. 8 plus 9 answer is 17. Now part number 4, the difference is that in that question we have a fraction. The polynomial is given in fraction form. That is 5x5 plus 3z divided by 2a cube minus c square. When x equal to 2, y equal to minus 1, z equal to 3, a equal to 4 and c equal to 1 upon 3. In solution, we write our or given expression properly. Then at the place of variable draw bracket and then write their values properly. Means the first bracket for x. So we write x equal to 2. Second for y. So we write here the value y that is minus 1. Then plus 3 as a coefficient and z is replaced by 3 which is given in the question divided by. In denominator we observe 2a cube. So a is replaced by 4 which is the value of a whole cube minus c square is there. So c square is replaced by 1 upon 3 whole square. Now in numerator, no we observe multiplication is given because they all are given in multiply form because they are enclosed in brackets. So first of all we multiply the sign minus plus minus. Then 5 twos are 10 and 10 ones are 10. So from that one we have answer minus 10. In second, plus is plus. We consider that 3 which is enclosed in bracket having plus sign with it. So we multiply plus getting answer plus. Then 3 threes are 9. In denominator we observe 4 cube. So we multiply that we will get answer for 4 cube that is the 64. Means we multiply 4 by 3 times and getting answer 64. Minus 1 upon 3 whole square. We find the whole square or the square for 1 and 3 separately. When we multiply 1 by 2 times, 3 times or 4 times, always we will get answer 1. In denominator there is 3. We find its square that is 9. So from this bracket answer is 1 upon 9. Sign for sign we observe that here plus sign is given plus multiply by minus answer is minus. So from that part we have complete answer minus 1 upon 9. Now come to in numerator. In numerator minus 10 plus 9 is given. So plus minus according to rule. 10 minus 9 answer is minus 1 because 10 is the greater. So we put here minus sign. In denominator, we multiply 2 by 64, getting answer 128. Then minus 1 over 9 will be same. Is equal to, in next step, minus 1 will be same, but in denominator. In denominator, we observe that we have a whole number and a fraction. So it obviously we are going to find LCM or we are going to solve that part by taking LCM. LCM will be 9. That LCM will multiply by first fraction that is 128. When we multiply 9 by 128 answer is 1152. You can check in calculator. Then multiply LCM by the second fraction answer is minus 1. From here numerator will be same. In denominator 1152 minus 1 answer is 1151. Then divided by 9, we observe that there is reciprocal. So we find its reciprocal. That minus plus will be minus. And find its reciprocal. Answer becomes 9 upon 1151. Then that is 3x square y upon z minus bc upon x plus 1. When x equal to 2, y equal to minus 1, z equal to 3, b equal to 4, and c equal to 1 upon 3. There is a difference in last part and part number 5, because here we observe that we have two fractions and they are connected by minus sign. We write our solution, we write the expression properly. In next step, we replace each one variable by the bracket and put their respective values. Means the first bracket replaced by x, whose value is 2, the second replaced by y value, that is minus 1. In denominator, z is given, that is 3, minus in second fraction, b into c is given, so b is equal to 4, we replace by b by 4 and c by 1 upon 3, and we observe that these two are given in multiplying form, so that's why we have drawn these two brackets in multiply form. In denominator, we have x plus 1, x is replaced by 2, where plus 1 will be same. In first fraction, we solve the multiplication. Its answer will be 4, because 2 to the 4. Where 3 and 3 can be cancelled, because they can be cancelled easily. Then minus 4 into 1 upon 3, we observe that there is no any cancellation. So we multiply that 4 by 1, getting answer 4 upon 3. From denominator, 2 plus 1, answer is 3. In first fraction, the remainders are 4 and minus 1. So we multiply minus plus, answer is minus. And 4 into 1, answer is 4. And from here, we find its reciprocal. When you find its reciprocal, we observe that 3 will multiply by 3. So it becomes 4 upon 9. Keep in mind in your clearly. Now, in this step, we have a whole number and fraction. So we are going to find its LCM again. Its LCM will be 9. Now that LCM will multiply by the first fraction, that is minus 4. When we multiply it, getting answer minus 36. And LCM again multiply by the second fraction, that is 4 upon 9. When we multiply that LCM by 4 upon 9, answer is minus 4. In numerator, minus 36 and minus 4, we know minus minus is plus, so their answer is 40, and out of them 36 is the greater, so we put minus sign with it. Divided by 9 will be same. Now 40 divided by 9, we divide that and getting answer whole number 4 upon 9, whereas minus plus will be minus. So with the fraction, we write just one sign, that is minus. So keep in mind that sign will get when you multiply that minus with plus, then you will write this answer as this sign, and this sign will be right beside the fraction, not with that 4, not with that 9, beside the fraction. That is the answer. 6. There is 4x square y into z minus 1 divided by a plus b minus 3c. When x equal to 2, y equal to minus 1, z equal to 3. A equal to 0, b equal to 4, and c equal to 1 upon 3. Again in solution, we write the expression properly. In next step, we draw bracket at the place of variable, put their respective values in each one, and then we follow the BODMAS rule, solve multiplication. That answer is 4, and we observe other brackets are given, so it means all are given with multiply form. In denominator, we observe that 0 plus 4, answer is 4, and that 3 is cancelled by the 3, so getting answer from here, we get answer minus 1. From numerator, we multiply all, so we multiply minus plus, answer is minus, and 4 4 is 4, 4 1 is 4. We start from here, 4 4 is 16, 16 1 is 16, 16 2 is 32. So that's why from here we write minus 32. Divided by 4 minus 1, answer is 3. So now we have minus 32 upon 3. Minus plus is minus, and divide 32 by 3, getting answer 10 whole number 2 upon 3. So the answer is minus 10 whole number 2 upon 3. 2x4 plus 3x cube minus 5 minus x minus 5, then find p into minus 2. Here you will observe that no value of x is given, but here p into minus 2 is given. It will indicate that the value of 2 is minus 2. The value of x is minus 2. So we write in solution, we write the polynomial properly, and at the place of x we write minus 2 in each one bracket. Then find multiplication, that is 16. Now I think it is very much clear to all of you. That bracket gives the answer 16. We have its exponent in even number, so that's why we write here plus sign, no minus sign. From second, we 3 into minus 2, answer is 3 into 8. From here minus 1 is plus, that 2 and minus 5. Multiply 16 and 2, getting answer 32. From here answer is 24, and remaining will be same. 32 minus 24 and minus 3, two numbers are given with minus sign, so we solve them firstly and getting answer minus 27, then follow plus minus minus and getting answer 5. So the answer of p into minus 2 is 5. Now it's time for home task. So in home task, do exercise number 4.2, in which you will find different orders are given, ascending and descending order. You can do that exercise easily. Then do question number 1, it's part number 2 and 3, and question number 4 and 5. This question will be selected from exercise number 4.3. And there is a special note for you. Note down all work in your fair copy. Thank you for attending the class. Take care of yourself. Allah Hafiz.